Be a horse of a different color to supersize and grow your business. Well, what the heck does that mean, being a horse of a different color? Well, in 1601, William Shakespeare, in I think it was the 12th something, wrote, I never read the play, so I don't know. He wrote about a horse of a different color. And it might have come from horse racing, but people aren't really sure. But it meant an idea, a different way of looking at an idea that people have or had, or that you might have. And one of my favorite scenes in the movie The Wizard of Oz, which I watched hundreds of times with my son when he was 2 because it was on repeat. It was the first movie he ever had, and he would scream every time I turned it off. There's a scene where Dorothy is being driven around in a horse-driven carriage where the horse changes color, and it's actually called, they tell her it's the horse of a different color. And so that's kind of a fun play on that saying or expression or idiom. But what does it mean to us when we're trying to grow and build our businesses and basically stand out and be different in the competition? And that's exactly what it means. We need to stand out and be different than the competition. Well, how do we do that? How do we actually make that happen? You can do what everybody else is doing, but then you're just still a plain brown mare, right? You're still being the same as everybody else. You just maybe are tweaking it a little. That's like an improvement for people, and people don't want improvement. They'll stay doing something painful versus just a slight improvement. We need to offer them a whole new thing, a whole new perspective, a whole new way of looking at the problems that they have. And we need to solve problems for them. But in order to do that, first we need to look at everything from their perspective, through their eyes. Isn't that a new way of looking at things and a different way of looking at things? The vast majority of businesses do not actually consider their customer. They're doing what they do for their own reasons, but they're not necessarily observing what they're doing or offering things from their customers and their clients' perspective. And that in and of itself can give you a huge competitive advantage and set you apart, make you a horse of a different color, just by actually considering things from your customer's point of view, your customer's perspective. How about being open-minded and flexible and realizing that there's infinite possibilities and ways of doing absolutely anything and everything that you do in your existing business or that you want to do in the future, ways that you can serve people. There's infinite possibilities. It's just a matter of opening your mind and looking at it from different perspectives and understanding that just because no one else is doing it doesn't mean that it isn't possible for you. Or taking and looking at different industries. One of my favorite ways to strategize a current situation or problem or solve it is to look at, number one, what are other people in the industry doing? And if that's not, if obviously it's a problem in the industry and they haven't figured it out, then I like to look in other industries and other businesses and other type of environments for how they're solving that particular problem. Nature can solve everything and anything, right? So you can almost always find an example or something in nature that will give you a clue on how to solve a problem or have a different perspective. So that's why I think it's so powerful sometimes to just change your environment. Go for a walk in the park, go outside. If you're having a hard time coming up with a solution for something, not only change, well, one of the quickest ways to change your perspective is to change your environment. So be a horse of a different color. Like I always say, be yourself, just be yourself. And if you're uniquely being yourself, you will find that you're automatically different, because even though we're similar to a lot of people, we're our own unique, special, different kind of snowflake. And when you're being that and looking at the world, how you uniquely see it, you're going to see things differently than other people, which automatically makes you a horse of a different color. And being a horse of a different color is good. It's awesome. If you're like everybody else, guess what? You're going to get results like everybody else. And the vast majority of people are not getting the results that they want. So always be yourself. Be your own unique, freaky, weird, strange, ordinary, extraordinary self, because that's what will attract the right people to you. Go out, make it an awesome day, think differently, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.